Alright, let's dive into something that's got the basketball world buzzing. The 2026 NBA draft class and the rookie scorers who are about to light up the league. But here's the thing. I'm not just here to read off stats or rankings. I'm here to break this down, give you my take, and maybe even challenge some of the narratives out there. So let's get into it. First off, why does scoring matter so much for rookies? Personally, I think it's because scoring is the most immediate way a player can make an impact. Sure, defense and playmaking are crucial, but if you can put the ball in the basket consistently, you're going to get noticed. And in today's NBA, where spacing and shot creation are king, scoring is more valuable than ever. But here's the kicker. Not all scorers are created equal, especially when they're transitioning from college or international play to the pros. Now, let's talk about the third name on this list, Darryn Peterson of the Jazz. On paper, Peterson looks like a solid scorer, over 20 points per game at Kansas, off-ball movement, slashing in transition, the whole 9 yards. But here's what I find fascinating. Peterson didn't always dominate the spotlight in college. Was it because of his role, injuries, or maybe he was just flying under the radar? What makes this really interesting is how he's already adapting in summer league. He's showing more on-ball skills, which is huge because the NBA demands versatility. If you take a step back and think about it, Peterson could be the kind of player who thrives in Utah's system alongside Markkanen and George. In my opinion, he's not just a scorer, he's a potential glue guy who can elevate the team's offense. Next up, Darius Acuff Jr. of the Kings. Acuff was a straight-up superstar at Arkansas, dropping 23.5 points per game on 48% shooting. But here's the catch. Summer League wasn't kind to him. Efficiency dropped, and suddenly people are questioning whether he can translate his college success to the NBA. From my perspective, this is where we need to pump the brakes a bit. Acuff is playing the toughest position in the league, point guard. There's always going to be a learning curve, especially for a guy who's used to being the alpha. What many people don't realize is that Acuff's skill set is still elite. He's a proven scorer in high-pressure situations, and once he adjusts to the NBA pace, I think he'll bounce back. This raises a deeper question. How much should we read into summer league struggles? Personally, I think it's just one piece of the puzzle. And finally, the number one guy on this list, Dybantsa of the Wizards. This is where things get really exciting. Dybantsa is 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, and he's already one of the most polished scorers in this class. At BYU, he did it all, slashing, mid-range, and even showing growth from 3. What this really suggests is that Dybantsa is the kind of player who can dominate from day one. But here's my take. His size and athleticism are just the tip of the iceberg. What makes him special is his basketball IQ. He knows how to use his physical tools to create scoring opportunities, and that's something you can't teach. One thing that immediately stands out is his potential to be a two-way player, which is rare for a rookie scorer. If he can continue to develop his outside shot, there's no ceiling for him. Now let's zoom out for a second. What does this rookie class tell us about the future of the NBA? In my opinion, it's a league that's becoming more positionless by the day.